Hey guys, thought I'd just show you my full face makeup routine. This isn't my everyday look, but this is if I'm going out or going to something special, or if I'm filming a video for you guys. So basically right now what I'm doing is a cream contour base before I do my liquid application. So basically what I'm doing is I'm using two separate dark foundation sticks in cream to kind of exaggerate the lows on my face to kind of give myself a more chiseled look. I also like to give myself cheekbones because I don't really have them. I have quite the flat face, which is beautiful. So I use a dark contour to kind of exaggerate that. I right now kind of exaggerating my jawline so that way I have a more firm and striking jawline. Also, it kind of makes me look thinner, which is nice, kind of covers that double chin, my double chin. And this kind of broadens out my forehead. Now I'm looking furiously. Where are you? Where? Oh, here you are. Oh, hello. I guess I got a little distracted. Um, uh, so now I'm doing the highlights. So I'm just basically trying to raise all the aspects of my face I want to pop. I usually do the bridge of my nose, under my eyes. I usually just do under my eyes for brightening, just if I have dark circles. I do it above my cheekbones to kind of make my cheekbones pop. And that's the secret. So a lot of people will do right under their cheekbones, but then they forget to do a highlight underneath their cheekbone. That kind of creates a more drastic, sharp cheekbone because you've got up, down, and then back up again. So I'm just using a liquid foundation, and this is where I kind of blend it in. I really don't have very much foundation on my brush. I just kind of use it to blend out the creams I already have on my face, and I use my foundation kind of as like a base color. This color isn't really my color, but I tend to use it when I'm filming just because it doesn't really read on camera that it is not very right for me. And plus, with all the powders I end up putting on top, it tends to end up all looking a little bit more natural. Right now, it all looks a little bit too yellow, but you'll see at the end, it all kind of fades into each other, and especially with the kind of blur of the camera lens, um, yeah, it all ends up looking the same. Girl, you better work. Yeah. Oh, there you go. See, so basically I blend in two different directions. Let me know if you want to see a more in-depth video about my cream and liquid foundation routine. It really does make a big difference. And I'm sure that like by the end of if you look at me at the very beginning of the video and then look at me at the very end of the video and kind of compare it side by side, you'll see I end up looking quite different. So I have some fine lines under my eyes, so I always just have to make sure I kind of pat it. I'm delicate with the area so that way nothing really settles into those fine lines. I'm getting old. I'm becoming an old lady. So and now I'm just gonna blend into my cheek. I'm taking a little bit more sorry, not my cheek, my neck. I ended up cutting some of it because I actually blended almost all the way down my entire neck because it wasn't my color. Oh, look, it's the tip and trick I showed you guys. So this is really great because basically what happens with foundation is that if you just leave it setting on your face, the heat from your body will cause the foundation to mix with your naturally produced oils and cause the foundation to oxidize, which actually changes the foundation's color. So I'm doing this to remove excess because I did put a lot of product on my face, but I'm also doing it to make sure I'm removing any of those natural oils in the foundation and any oils that may have been left after my face care routine to kind of make sure that there's no oils being left and so that my color doesn't end up actually changing. So this is just my finishing powder. My little Laura Mercier brush. I'm just patting it out to make sure I get all that excess out. I don't wash it as often as I should. I should really wash it after every use. That's funny because I think maybe I wash it once, like every few months. So I'm focusing on the highlights of my face. Yeah, I got some in my nose, so I made a little drug joke. I'm really funny. So, oh, I got some in my eye. So yeah, I just basically try and put the finishing powder because it does leave a white cast, which is something that we talked about in my last video. Um, these translucent powders, when you build on them, do tend to create some lightness. And since I will be adding bronzer to those places anyway, I kind of use that to help finish and keep my liquid products in place. So I tend to keep the finishing powders only in the highlights of my face. And now I'm using my brush to knock off any excess, just in case there's any extra finishing powder that's kind of bulking up or settling anywhere. I just kind of knock it off. Yeah, I have this crease in my forehead that everything likes to kind of settle into, so I always have to keep an eye on it. It's an angry, angry wrinkle. I hate you, wrinkle. So this is my Hulu bronzer. I'm just using it, or Hoola, sorry. Just using it to contour my nose. Again, let me know if you want to see any of the things I'm doing in this video more in depth. I love my nose contour. I'm kind of known for it, you know, with all those maybe 10 or 15 people who I've done makeup for. Um, uh, so basically, I just apply it on the sides of my nose and then blend it out. And it really just, depending on how you apply it, you can either thin your nose, widen your nose. Sometimes I like to give myself a bridge. Sometimes I like to give myself like a break. Sometimes I like to thin it at the top or thin it at the bottom. It really depends on where you put the bronzer. I also like to put a little bit bronzer um, in my eye socket, just so that way I'm adding more dimension back into my eye, because just with foundation, my eyes look kind of doll-like. So adding a little bit of bronzer. I'm singing a song. I'm singing a song. So basically here, I'm just adding a little bit of bronzer. If you saw, I just kind of patted it in, and now I'm brushing it off. Brushing off any excess. So you're just supposed to kind of lightly pat the bronzer onto the surface of your skin, and then you kind of knock off the excess, so that way it's not too heavy. So basically what I'm doing here is, women like to have a more circular shape to their face, whereas with men's makeup you really want to try and emphasize angles, square shapes, triangles. So basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to square off my forehead instead of giving it like a round, delicate look. Well, now it's time for a highlight. So I'm just going to go under my eye, brighten up my eye. I tend to do under my eyebrow as well, at the corner, at the very center of my eye, just to make my eyes look more round and doughy. And then I do my ocular bone, the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, basically wherever I kind of want things to be coming out at whoever's looking. So basically wherever I want a higher peak, because it catches the light quicker, it gives the illusion of a sharper angle. So your cheekbone's popping out more. Oh. It also, I really love the way it looks on my lips. It really makes my lips pop. It makes them look bigger and rounder and plumper. Like a big engorged vagina. That's what I love my mouth looking like. As many vaginas on my face as possible. So this one's just a higher highlight. It's actually much more white. I use that for the corner of my eyes, just to brighten up my eyes if I have any dark circles. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Blush. So blush, again, I talked about it in my other video. It just kind of adds redness back to your face. I just use it on my temple, under my cheekbone, and under my jawline, and then I'll sprinkle a little bit just around my face in general. It just gives my face an extra dimension. Because just a completely matte face, oh, I'm just adding mascara to the corners of my eye, the very corners. It just kind of brightens my eyes and makes my eyes look bigger and brings attention outward. But no, yeah, so with blush, just adds a little bit more redness and makes my skin look a little bit more real and less fake. If it's all one color, it just looks a little bit too flat. So I'm just cleaning up my eyebrows with my eyebrow pencil. I haven't really done any brow care in a bit, so it's a little dirty up there. But basically I have one eye that's a little bit taller than the other, or higher than the other. So basically I use that to kind of even them out. And look, my little tip and trick. But yeah, so I basically contour underneath one eye and on top of the other, and then it kind of evens out my eyes. Let me know if you want to see how I do that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm just finishing up now. So please let me know if there's anything in this video you want me to do more in depth for you. Please share this with your friends. And like always, thanks so much for watching. See you later, bros and hoes.